Yes, hello all. Been a while since I made a video for YouTube, obviously. And I just wanted to address the Danny Christie versus Luke Dyson fight, because I feel that people probably would like to know my opinion. And if you don't like to know my opinion, who gives a fuck, eh? And anyway, just clear something up. I started uploading vlogs, and the last one I done Miami, I wasn't really too best pleased with, but I rushed it, and it was more for memories, to be fair. These vlogs, what I do, more for people to see the real me, what I'm actually like, and not for people to make fucking sarcastic comments. Someone made a comment about, stick to the fucking fighting game, YouTube's not for you or something. Like, all right, you know what, mate, fuck off. Seriously, fuck off. Do you think I'll give a fuck what you think? Anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about Danny Christie versus Luke Dyson. So, what do I think about the fight? I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, Danny, you know, why didn't you stay retired? You're going to retire. He's already retired from bare knuckle. He hasn't really stated that he's retired from glove boxing. And it's a fight, it's a really winnable fight. Do you know what I mean? What do I think about Luke Dyson? Don't think he's great at all. I think he's technically not the best at all. His technical ability is pretty poor, to be honest. I know Sheamus, the guy who's going to be training him, we spoke briefly, and I just said he's got a puncher's chance. Sheamus obviously thinks different, thinks he's going to do a little bit more different with him, but for a man with that form that's poor like that, and that has only been drilled into fighting like the way he has, in terms of ability, he doesn't really have much. And bad habits, they don't die hard, trust me. Bad habits stay a long time, especially with someone that's been performing with bad habits their whole career. Now, I don't know Luke Dyson, don't know from my ass from the elbow, don't really give a shit about him, to be fair. Anyway, it's not really like anything to do with me. I'd never end up fighting. I had that sort of Tommy Hench sort of Luke Dyson saga bollocks, to be fair. It doesn't really entertain me. My full focus is on about being a world champion and bare knuckle fighting championship, and obviously the news on that is hopefully I'm fighting in February for the world title. So to become the second British fighter that's a world champion in BKFC, that's my goal. But yeah, looking at the Danny Christie fight, Luke Dyson, I think Danny's obviously going to beat him. I just hope Danny trains hard and fucking puts him away. I'm not saying it's embarrassing to lose to Luke, but with the accolades that Danny's got, I wouldn't want him to lose to Luke, obviously, and I want Danny to win, as he's a friend of mine. And I think that I think the reason Danny's took this fight, like anyone, Luke brings a lot of noise, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people that slag him off. He has a lot of haters, you know what I mean? Fair play to him, he's done well there. He's built himself a platform where a lot of people tune him to watch him fight. People want him to lose, and also people want him to win. He seems like a pretty sound lad. Like I say, I don't really have nothing to do with him. It doesn't really interest me, that sort of fighting, because that's something probably I'll do at the end of my career as well. Not saying it's fucking nothing to do, like, but obviously Danny, like anyone, like me, he's been at the top of the tree with bare knuckle. I think when you drop out of it, you have that lack of motivation, and things like that, like Luke Dyson, man, he's a well-watched person. There's a lot of people out there that don't understand the game fully, that think Luke's probably an unbeatable opponent, even though he loses, you know what I mean, I think he's a solid opponent, which he is, to be fair, you know what I mean. I can't take it away from him. Not Tommy Hench shouting at dinner, you know what I mean, and Tommy entered a bad fight. He's not good or great, but he entered bad. So that's my thoughts on it, realistically. I hope Danny wins. Realistically, he should win, because he's got better boxing background fundamentally. I think he's a better all-round fighter. I feel like, yeah, that's the fight he should come through with flying colours. Like I say, no offence to Luke Dyson, but that's my opinion on it. Danny Christie versus Luke Dyson. I've got Danny Christie winning that fight, and yeah. What do you all think? You let me know.